3, take 1.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Wendy Carrier, and I started Hire Like a Champion in October of 2024 to connect businesses with professional, affordable help from the Philippines. Before I talk about Hire Like a Champion, I'd like to talk about the reason why I started it. You see, Hire Like a Champion is actually my second business. My first business is an e-commerce business that I started in 2008 during the recession. I was a stay-at-home mom with 4 daughters, and we needed the extra income. That business took off faster than expected, which was great, but also overwhelming. I'd never run a business before. I had no systems, no support, and really no idea how to scale it. That's when I hired Judy. She was my first virtual assistant from the Philippines, and she saved me. I would give her a list of things to do at night before I went to bed, and in the morning I would wake up, and like magic, that list would be accomplished. To me, Judy and her services were a miracle. I started Hire Like a Champion to bring that same game-changing experience to other entrepreneurs and other small businesses. Today, in 2025, we have over 20, oh wait, I forgot. The e-commerce business continued to grow with the help of virtual assistants. In 2025, over half our staff is located in the Philippines, and the e-commerce business is still going strong. Hire Like a Champion started to bring other businesses, connect them with virtual assistants. And today, we have over 20 clients locally that are using virtual assistants from the Philippines. Like Carl. Carl owns a mid-sized marketing firm, and his email inbox used to ding 200 times a day. We connected him with Macy. Now Macy manages his email and only lets him know when something's on fire. When Macy's not managing his email, she does content creation, keyword research, and graphics for his business. Allison, she runs Excel property management here in town. We connected her with Myra. Now Myra handles all the vendors, the invoicing, the listings, the renewals. So Allison can concentrate on doing what she does best, which is growing that business. Tanya's a local consultant, and she dreaded doing her accounting. I can relate to that, right? We connected her with Jessie. Jessie's a CPA, she's QuickBooks certified, and Jessie now handles all of Tanya's QuickBooks. So Tanya can do what she enjoys, which is hanging out with her kids on the weekends. The two questions we get most frequently is, how does all this work and why the Philippines? Well, let me tell you how it works. First of all, we meet with you either in person or over the phone, and we find out exactly what you need. Not just the skills, but the hours, the personality, and the culture fit that are going to work for you. Then we get to work looking for the right candidate. We search our talent pool, and we post the job on Philippine job boards, and we are super picky, guys. We treat each hire like it's our own. We vet, we screen, we test, and we personally interview until we bring you the top 1 to 5 candidates, along with a video introduction. You interview and select your preferred candidate. We handle the contracts, the onboarding, and the payroll, and you get consistent professional support from your contractor. We continue to manage the logistics, including payroll and invoicing. Why the Philippines? We love the Philippines. English is an official language there, and they learn it from the time they're little. We also appreciate their educated workforce. They learn the same software that they're fluent on the same softwares that we are, and almost all of our contractors have at least a bachelor's degree.
Wow.
We also appreciate their deep alignment with U.S. culture and values. And also, very importantly, small money to us goes a long way in the Philippines. It's life-changing. Why I love this business. It is so incredibly gratifying for me to help entrepreneurs and small businesses scale and learn to grow with the help of Filipino contractors. It's also really gratifying to me to find what to many Philippines is a dream job. Provides them with an upper middle class income, they can support their families, they can save for the future, they can give back to their community. Our ask, Million Cups is all about what can the community do. Our ask right now is simply awareness. If you or anyone you know is struggling and kind of getting overwhelmed, wondering how to scale, and not quite ready to bring in that full-time U.S. employee, can't quite afford it, I've been there. I understand how it is. Please give us a call, or let your friends, let people know about us. We want to help as many businesses and as many Filipino families as we can. And thanks for the chance to present today.
So what is that?
As a testimonial, minor testimonial.
Yeah.
We've hired two folks through Wendy, and she's very attentive. She gets a whole list of what you're looking for. I mean, I've just been blown away with like the help that I'm getting in multiple different departments. And so,
What kind of business do you have?
digital marketing. Yeah.
So I have a question. What about, like, do we hire people by, like I do a lot of projects, so could I hire someone to just help me with a project? Or does it need to be like a certain number of hours a week, or how does that work?
We do projects, so we just get the scope of the project just like we would a job and find out what you need and find you the right person to do the project. So yeah, we do projects too.
That'd be great.
Couple questions. Number one, you said payroll. How are they paid? Are they paid as independent contractors, or are they paid as employees?
They're paid as independent contractors in their country, so it's not independent contractors to us.
Okay, so what is it to us?
An expense.
Okay, and then the other thing is, I'd like you to tell everybody how, when you went to, because I saw your presentation last year, what this did for your business, how it changed your ability and how it scaled your business when you went to using a VA.
It was huge. It was huge. I showed you Judy's picture, and Judy, made a huge difference to me in terms of, it was a miracle, guys. I used to spend a big chunk of my day doing internet research and looking for products and doing listings and I just started, a couple things at a time, giving her that to do overnight, and I would just make a simple video or screen share on what I was doing, and I would wake up in the morning and it would be done. And so all of a sudden that freed me up to start looking at how to grow the business instead of spending a bunch of time sourcing and contacting wholesalers. So that was my first, and then eventually I moved my customer service over there. I was struggling to keep somebody in Granger that, even at a really reasonable rate of pay, that was willing to stay at night. We need our phones covered till 8 o'clock at night, and Saturdays. I just couldn't find the right person that wanted to do that work. And I went over to the Philippines and hired 3 people to cover the shift, and for the same price as the one person in Granger was. So it made a huge difference, and I've been able to grow. Did I answer your question?
Are you willing to share your bottom line, what a difference it made in your bottom line, your financial?
Well,
For the export business.
In general, just a vague.
Yeah, no, we
I
grew
think
that
it's
business from 0 to 2 million in revenue. And during that time, the majority of the people are hired from the Philippines, so.
It makes a big difference.
Do you hire virtual assistants exclusively, or do you go into specialties like accounting or things of that nature?
Oh, that's a great question. It's actually mostly specialties like accounting, web development, social media management, collections. We just hired a collections manager, and he oversees a whole team of collectors that are worldwide. So any position that doesn't require hand-on product, we can do. Yeah.
So do you work with a lot of accounting firms?
We work with one accounting firm right now.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that, because that would be a huge market for you.
I think so too. I mean, and accounting is actually what I got my undergraduate degree in, so I understand those jobs really well, but I think it's a great opportunity for an accounting firm.
The QuickBooks expert, Jess, the CPA, what does she run an hour to hire?
We are charging the client $13 an hour for her.
Oh, really?
A CPA that's QuickBooks certified with 5 years at least of experience.
If you go to her Facebook, Highlight a Champion, there's several
Examples, yes.
examples and
Yeah.
pricing.
Yeah, so I have a Facebook page,
services.
and if you kind of flip through that, you can see some of the candidates that we put out and the prices. So, and you can just call me, and I can give you a ballpark figure on any particular position you have. It's so fun, you guys. I love getting to know the business owners and kind of their pain points. It's interesting, and it's so interesting to see when they get somebody like Carl or Tanya or I just helped Brian Moore, who does junk removal business, and he was drowning and he couldn't answer his phone. He had 52 missed calls in 1 week because he's doing both. And we gave him a virtual assistant. I called him last week, and she's answering the phone. She's contacting the workers. She's following up with the clients. And I talked to him last week, and he is like, you saved me. Like, I didn't save him, but he saved himself by hiring somebody. And she's, I think she's $11 an hour, and she's answering the phone, and she set up his phone system. I mean, it's very gratifying to help the people and also the.
So you know what? So we know each other, and so I think this is such a great idea. But like probably the profile of most entrepreneurs is you just do everything yourself, and so and there's some benefit to that to a point, and then of course you get to the part where you're like totally overwhelmed with all the things that you're doing yourself. So I've really been thinking about this a lot. Like what would I give away? See, that's the big challenge, right? Like you're thinking to yourself, okay, wait a minute, what could somebody else do? So this is what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe I should make a list of everything that I do and then call you up and say, these are all the things I do. Can you find me somebody to do these things? And then I could decide what I want to do about that. Would that be helpful?
Yeah.
I mean, I've really been thinking about, I really like to do this, but I don't know what to give away.
Step 2 of that's a great suggestion. Step 2 is you write all the things that need to be done in your business and all the things you do, but just put them in order of things you like to do and don't like to do.
Right. Well, that's a good idea.
Back to your presentation. I mean, get rid of the things that you're hating while you're doing them. That's the first step. And sometimes, I mean, we're still hiring for the e-commerce business, and we're starting, to look for someone for the new business. And I'm the same way. It's hard to let go of the control. It's hard to decide, and then you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to take so long to actually document all this. But you know what? If you find the right person, they can document it too. You can say, these are the 10 things that I'm going to have you do. And, start doing it and keep notes while you do it. Or just make a Loom video. If you're posting, I don't know, if you're posting on social media, just make a Loom video. Here's my Canva account. This is, these are my templates.
Okay.
And, make 5-minute, 10-minute videos for them to refer back to. And you can make the training of that, create the training while you're doing the work.
Right.
And that way, and yeah, they figure it out.
I figure it out. Awesome. Anyone else?
Any other questions?
So do you have a target market? Like, is there someone?
Yeah, that's my biggest, our biggest need really is to get out in front of more people. Our target market is entrepreneurs, small and mid-sized businesses, anybody who has positions that can be performed remotely, you know. I love the accounting firms, and we've worked with a couple different digital marketing agencies, and so primarily here in South Bend, but we've got a couple referrals from out of state at this point. It doesn't have to stay local. I mean, you know, we can meet with the client over the phone, and everything applies the same as it would to local businesses. But I love working local. Like, I'm getting, you know, it's so fun to meet people face to face, get to see them, and do presentations like this. But so
They can also do research, right?
Yeah.
oh, definitely,
Oh,
yeah.
So the research time, the time we spend researching stuff, hand that to somebody else, and then they can give you what
Anything that can be done remotely can be done by a virtual assistant from the Philippines. And they have, I mean, they're, you know, educated and qualified, and they know the same software, and they understand what we're looking for. I mean, you know, most of our virtual assistants have worked before, and, you know, we have a grant writer out right now. I mean, she's researching and, you know, writing up grants for one of our clients. So it's really anything. You get creative, and an Adobe designer, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna help them design the decals that go on the side of RVs.
Yeah.
I mean, so the collections manager, I got that job order. I was like, oh, it's pretty high level. He's overseeing like a team of 10 collectors around the world, and helping them implement the software. And I was like, okay, that's going to be interesting. But I go out and I look for it, and the
people are there.
I think, and I looked through the website, and you and I are friends, and I've been through before, but I think having some people that can support just AI, ChatGPT, whatnot, I'm pretty confident there probably is a skill set there, but advertising it, we're at this point right now where just like direct deposit was around for a really long time, and then when it caught on to the general public, it was like, and then everybody used it. We're getting to that point now. I know AI and ChatGPT have been around for a long time, but the average consumer is starting to use it. But businesses that don't have time to do it or time to get into it, I run in small business circles, and everybody's like, I don't have time for that, I don't understand it. It's actually not that complicated, but they still don't have time for it. Like having somebody there that could do some social media, do some research, and just be like, you could advertise it as, hey, these people are ChatGPT certified, or AI specialists or whatever. Just to run everything through it, they can do it.
Right.
And to make sure what comes out the other end is modernized with what everybody else is doing. It's a competitive advantage, and I think people would see the AI, they would see the ChatGPT, be like, I don't have time to do it, but I sure as hell can pay somebody $14 an hour to do it.
Yeah.
It could be a good service.
Yeah, no, I agree. And what's interesting is I really could get to the point where I had people on staff almost that could do that. You know what I mean? Could go out for a couple of weeks and do that research, and go out for a couple of weeks and you know, do a similar job there. But it's kind of a chicken and egg situation at this point, where I'm meeting so many great candidates but I have a pool of candidates right now, like Romeo, that I hooked up with Jake. I mean, Romeo came to me for one particular job, and it didn't quite match up that job would work for him. But he started doing stuff for my website, and he was so responsive and attentive and good that I was like, okay, I need, you know, as soon as I get the right job, I'm going to put him out. And I was able to. Or LG, who, you know, she was the second choice on the grant writer position. And she is so excited and anxious to work, and she's got a great skill set. Her English is perfect, and she's done a tiny bit of grant writing in the past. So for someone that's willing to kind of guide her, I've got her in my pocket, or, you know, but like the same with the AI. Until I have the job exactly at this point, I'm not recruiting for them, but I do have a lot of candidates that I'm meeting, you know, accountants. You know, I've met so many great accountants that are CPA, QuickBooks, Xero, whatever it is. And, you know, I only have a job order for one, so I placed the one, but I've got 4 in reserve at this point that I'd be happy to recommend or endorse. So
That's great.
it's super fun. I mean, it's, you know, it's a great opportunity to meet the businesses and the Filipinos. Like, I feel like I know them personally, some of them at this point. Of course, my own staff I do, but now I'm getting to know even more people, and that's neat. Really enjoy it.
Great. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.